The Nebraska Cornhuskers just got helpful news heading into their game against Northwestern. Let's talk about it. My name is Aaron with my buddy Paul. We are the Big Ten guys on the daily, pushing out Big Ten news, rumors, analysis. Whatever the heck it is, Big Ten, we're going to talk about it right here. So all you got to do, hit that subscribe button. Go ahead, do it right now. Notification bell as well. And then hit the like button, because what's there not to like right now? Sure, some frustrating losses for the Cornhuskers, but you're sitting at 5-2. Things are looking up, positive, moving on in the schedule. I'll tell you what, as a Michigan State fan, and again, I come at all these episodes without any bias, I would give a lot to be 5-2 right now. I would give a lot to even just make a bowl game. And you're like, wow, that sounds sad. It is. It is. But that's beside the point. We're talking Cornhusker football going up against the Wildcats tomorrow in Memorial Stadium. And there's some things that I think are going to be incredibly helpful for this Nebraska Cornhusker team, both offensively and defensively, as they head into this game. And I think a lot of things point to, especially in my mind, a big W for the Cornhuskers to put them bowl eligible and make them 6-6. What's crazy, this is the 14th time these teams have played since Nebraska joined the Big Ten. Right now, Nebraska sits atop with 7 wins, Northwestern with 6. So the Cornhuskers don't want to get tied up. They want to make it 8-6. So I think they're going to make that happen. So first, let's jump right into it. First and foremost, we know one of the biggest issues for the Cornhuskers has been their offensive line play when it comes to pass pro. Dylan Raiola is running for his life in the backfield. If the man had an actual pocket, if the man had a above average line, this man would be an Heisman contender, and this team would most likely be undefeated. I truly believe that. I think the issue is they have played 2 teams that have been pretty solid defensively, and that has been their big Achilles heel, is their line cannot block. But good news, helpful news for the Cornhuskers going into this game. Northwestern ranks as one of the worst teams when it comes to sack production defensively. So at the moment right now, through 7 games, they have 11 sacks, and that's it. So they average just over 1.5 sacks a game. Not great. Not great. And if you look at this list, not many Power 4 teams on there. So again, solid for the Cornhuskers. For this offensive line, should be a sigh of relief. That doesn't mean they get to take a break. Not mean that at all. That's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is they've gone up against some pretty stout defenses, specifically as well in their losses. And so I think this is just helpful to look at from an offensive perspective. They should be able to protect Dylan Raiola, and A plus B equals touchdown, higher passing yards, things looking better offensively for this team. I believe as well Emmett Johnson, I think he is going to have a breakout game. The reason I say that is kind of not an ideal game against the Golden Gophers, and I think it's a bounce back game for him. Again, he still ranks, I believe, 8th in the country when it comes to rushing yards, and so I think he wants to come back even stronger against the Wildcats. A lot of things in this game, in my mind, in my eyes, points to Nebraska dominating. So this is one. Comment below. Tell me what you think. Helpful for the offensive line. Helpful for the offense. What are your thoughts? Northwestern, get into the backfield. You think it's going to happen a lot tomorrow? I think not. Next up as well, what we need to jump into is rushing defense. Rushing defense, as we talked about Emmett Johnson, they rank, I don't want to say they're above average, but still not ideal. So again, I think that is very beneficial for Johnson and this running attack as well. Again, the offensive line, but pass pro is the issue. So comment below, tell me what you guys think on either of those things. As we continue, offensively, so that was offensively. We talked about the offensive line in pass pro. Hopefully won't be giving up any sacks, anything like that. We jump to the defensive side. Now, defensively, very simple. All we have to do is just look at their schedule. And against Power 4 teams, we're not talking any game. We're not talking Western Illinois. We're not talking University of Louisiana Monroe, the Warhawks. We are talking Power 4. And in those games, the most points they have scored here have been 22. With a defense like Northwestern's and an offense like Nebraska, Nebraska should be able to put up plenty of points to win this game. Now, my only hesitation would be you look at UCLA. That was a very interesting game. UCLA, as of recently, has been popping off and looking very good. And I'm embarrassed to say, if you've watched any of my videos, I kicked them out of the Big Ten. Now I'm asking them to join back after they embarrassed Michigan State on homecoming of all days. So I'm kind of embarrassed to say that. Have I yet to kick out Michigan State? We will see after tomorrow if they can beat the Wolverines, which if you're a Wolverine fan, you're probably laughing out loud right now that I would say that. But again, I'm just talking. I'm just talking right now. So anyways, UCLA offensively has went off. So that is the one anomaly I would say on this right here. Besides that, offensively, Preston Stone, their quarterback, hasn't been, in my eyes, done anything crazy besides the game against Louisiana Monroe. Rushing attack, Como Lafe has been their real big weapon, as well as Hyman, Joseph Hyman. Those have really been their two rushing attacks right there. And then receiving, it almost seems like it's just a one-trick pony with Griffin Wild with 516 yards, averaging 14.3, but he has a bulk of the receptions at 36, as well as touchdowns, which is 4, with Preston Stone having 10. So almost half of his touchdowns has been to him. Again, I don't think offensively this team is a juggernaut. I don't think they are anything to write home about. And so, and as well, you still look at Nebraska, and Nebraska is holding their own when it comes to passing yards allowed in total defense, all these different metrics. Defensively, the Cornhuskers are holding their own and doing well and ranking high in the country, if not, I believe, in a couple of those metrics at number 1. And I believe that is passing yards allowed. You know what? We're going to look at it real quick. I believe it's passing yards allowed. I want to be able to say that I was correct when I said that, because you're like, Aaron, you're just throwing out stuff. No, fourth down efficiency is not what I want. Here we go. Passing yards allowed. Boom. Who's number 1? Nebraska's number 1. I was right. So again, Preston Stone's going to be struggling against this Nebraska team when it comes to passing the football. If they can shut down the run game even just a little bit, and again, their offense dominates, it's going to be a good outing for the Cornhuskers. Now, last but not least, so again, Nebraska, and I believe the line right now, the spread is 7.5. I could be wrong. It might be 8.5, but I have Nebraska all day, baby. Nebraska all day covering as well. I think they win by at least 2 touchdowns minimum. What are your thoughts? Comment below. You might laugh at me, say I'm too optimistic. Again, I'm living life. I'm a Michigan State fan. I'm living vicariously through Nebraska, and I'm not gonna lie. I've been pulling for Indiana. It's like the Detroit Lions. When the Detroit Lions started to win, I feel like the only people who hated it were like Packers fans, Bears fans, and maybe a little bit Vikings fans. But besides that, everyone else was like, yeah, good for you, Lions. Good for you. About time, you know? And so it's like, I got to cheer for someone. So, because Lord knows Michigan State's not doing it right now. But I am still cheering for them, obviously. But anyways, last but not least, just funny, a little cherry on top for you guys. Technically, right now, the Nebraska Cornhuskers have an 18% chance right here, okay? 18% chance to make the playoffs if they win out. If they lose one more game, they'll still have 1% chance. And then 2%, I can't remember, is their current. So they have a 2% chance right now. And, you know, they do have some tough games left if we do jump into that real quick. As we look in that schedule, they still have, let's see here, hold on. They still have USC. UCLA, as of late, they've really came on, which is kind of crazy. Penn State, I think, should be a wash, and Iowa's always tough. But I would tell you right now, USC and UCLA are their toughest 2 games left. I think Nebraska, they roll. Penn State, even though that's at Happy Valley, I think they embarrass them. That is just a weird situation. Tickets right now, $20. Who would have thought that at the beginning of the season? I think at the beginning of the season, we said Nebraska, Penn State in Happy Valley had the potential to be one of the best Big Ten games of the year. Now, because of Penn State, it will not be. And so we will see. We will see. And if you're not in Nebraska right now, have mercy. Tickets right now as low as $11 to see them play Northwestern. Come on. Believe in the Cornhuskers. Jump on the train. What the heck do you think, Cornhusker Nation, Big Red Nation? Comment below. Predictions for the game tomorrow. As I said, I think they win by 14, so I'm going to stand by what I said. Northwestern has not scored more than 22 points in a Power 4 school. So my final score is going to be this. It's going to be 35-13. 35-13. Nebraska, baby. Comment below. Hit the sub button on the way out. And heck, I know you liked it. Hit the like button. We'll talk later. Peace.